Hey everybody, it's Raymond Ray with MountainReporter.com coming to you from San Moritz Lodge, where the Lake Gregory Dam meeting had just taken place. Lots of issues addressed. There was about 120 people in attendance. They talked about everything from school buses to detours to opening and closing of the gates, allowing traffic through the construction zone at night. Lots of questions came up, and we have a couple of excerpts for you, and here they are right now.
For the trucks, it's 7 to 5.
And that is not the case at all. We live directly above us. They work on 6:30 in the morning.
You see trucks come earlier, as early as 6:30.
The noise is nonstop. We get absolutely no break, none whatsoever. Because even after they're gone, there's pumps that are going all night, keeping us at this 90.
And she's also saying that there's pumps going on at night.
All night. My 91-year-old mother's about to have a heart attack.
Construction period. The construction period is most days 7 to 5. It says 7. I'll continue. Well, 7 to 4, but 7 to 5 is what it's working out to. And as Chris said, to get this project done, we're on a very tight time frame. That schedule is going to drift. I want to be upfront about that. It's going to drift. And we may work later on some evenings. There could be a weekend involved here and there.
This weekend.
Right. When we had to, we are doing that.
What about the lower end of the lake? It's all kind of marshy and full of mosquitoes.
The west side?
They're very,
For the library?
Yeah.
He's asking if there's any plans to be done with the marshy side of the lower.
Well, the swim beach area is what you're talking about. The water level's gone down, and you're starting to see the island out there and the grasses and the weeds. That is going to fill up naturally. That's the obvious answer, right? Mother Nature will take care of it. But you mentioned mosquitoes. That's been a question that was asked at the MAC meeting last week as well. That's an operations and maintenance issue. Regional Parks have been made aware of it, and they're checking with vector control. I don't know, Deanna, you want to discuss that?
Hi, my name is Deanna Davis. I'm the Director of Regional Parks, and we did receive the concern about mosquitoes, and so we have made vector control aware, and they will be checking it out for us, and as soon as we have an update for them, we will provide one for the community.
Yes, sir.
projections as to how long that lake will take to fill up.
Are there any projections for how long that lake will take to fill up? Well, as long I don't. She asked, "Can you guarantee that will fill up?" I can guarantee that there will be no work to take the water out. So again, as it rains and as water flows in, it will eventually flow out.
And there were some tough questions in that line of questions. And it was really good to see the way that the county representatives and the contractor were able to answer those questions directly and give that great information. We spoke to a couple of these officials after the meeting. Here's what they had to say. So we're here with John Short. John, what's your position in the community?
I'm with the Lake Gregory Improvement Committee, and I'm an attorney down the hill. Been here, long-time resident.
Fantastic. So you live on the mountain. What was your impression of how this meeting went tonight?
I thought it was very well. I thought it went very well. I thought we had a wonderful turnout. I was very happy to see that. We had a dispute before I got here about how many people would be attending the meeting, and figured it'd be a lot less, but it was a good turnout.
So who owes who the beers?
I owe the beer.
Right on. Well, we really appreciate you guys taking the time out of your busy schedules to meet with the community, get this information out for us, and not just about the time tonight, but all your time on the community that you guys are spending as well. I know there's a lot of hours you guys are spending to make that work best for the community.
All right, thank you for that. And I hope the community, if this gets out to the community, we want them to slow down because that was one of the top issues that came out tonight was a school bus issue, and we need the community to slow down and be aware of the kids on the road, and that's something that's got to be addressed.
That's right. One thing that a lot of motorists may want to remember is that in a school zone, the speed limit is 25 miles an hour, and that's when kids are present. So whether you're in a school zone or whether you're on San Moritz Way, San Moritz Drive, if there's children present walking to the bus stop, be mindful of that 25-mile-an-hour speed limit. It's there for a reason.
And that's a posted limit. I mean, you can't exceed it. So if it's conditions don't allow for that, maybe you got to go even slower because we get fog and rain and all that nonsense up here. So you got to watch out. So.
That's right, and only a local would know how that works. The typical things our community faces that nobody from down the hill would understand, but people like you representing us on the community understand and take into heart.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Ray.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Bye-bye.
So next we spoke with Rick Dinan. What's your position on the community? Chair?
I'm the Lake Gregory Improvement Committee Chair.
Perfect. And Rick Dinan has got his thumb on the pulse of everything happening with the lake. And in your opinion tonight, this meeting, did the community receive the responses given when the questions were asked?
I'm really pleased with the turnout tonight. I'm going to guess there was 150, 160 people present. People had well thought out questions, excellent suggestions that the county is taking under consideration. Had some suggestions for public works in terms of traffic flow and signage, and people expressed their concerns forcefully but creatively, and I think the meeting accomplished exactly what it was supposed to, and I believe that people got excellent information tonight.
Well, that's really good to hear. I know these issues have affected a lot of people, and there was a lot of people who couldn't make it tonight that were depending on the people here to ask those questions, regardless of how heated it got. And I'm pleased to say it didn't get heated at all. It was very amicable with the community.
Yes, it was. Like I said, I think I'm very proud of our community tonight. They had good questions. They were well thought out, well expressed, and very creative. There's another place that people can follow up. They can go to betterlakegregory.org and sign up there for alerts and notices. At the MAC meeting, I present an update each MAC meeting, and so there's a number of channels for people to get updates on this, and that's really important because we're at a stage right now where after 7 years it's at a point where the traffic flow and construction and noise and all of the nitty-gritty details are readily apparent for all of us living in Lake Gregory.
That's right, and a big, huge thank you to you and the rest of the committee for just having your watchful eyes out over the construction for us.
I take my hat off, but number one, I don't have one, and number two, I don't have any hair either. And I have to say that the committee we have is a wonderful committee with a lot of different skill sets and a lot of different expertise, and it's been applied very forcefully over this last 7 years.
Very good. Well, thank you very much for your time. We appreciate you being here tonight.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Okay, so this is Jordan. Jordan, what's your last name?
Sukit, Jordan Sukit. Pleasure to meet you guys.
Right on. And Jordan is the CEO of Rockforce Construction. You may not recognize that name now, but you will because they are the ones who are actually working those shovels, working the equipment that are repairing the dam. And one big thing from the community, we wanted to thank you for being here at this meeting tonight. It's not often that we get to have the guys who are actually doing the work here to interact with the community. And we hope that what you heard tonight was going to be able to help you when you're moving forward as you're doing the construction, knowing what the community has to say and getting their input to help your operations move forward smoothly.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here and serve your community. I understand that the project can be inconvenient. Obviously, there's going to be an incredible outcome at the end when we have a beautiful new lake. We get the water levels back up, and it's going to be a credible asset for generations to come for this community. In the meantime, over the next few months, we've got some inconveniences, but we appreciate you hosting us here in our community. We're here to serve you, and it'll be inconvenient for a little bit here, but we'll do our best to get it done as quickly and as efficiently as we can and get your community restored back to a better state than when we arrived. So thank you again for the opportunity to be here and serve you.
Well, again, thank you very much to the community for all your hard work on the dam. We know that without you guys working on this, it would be a much more complicated issue, but you guys know what you're doing, all those rocks and sand layers and all that stuff that you're working on. We really appreciate it.
All right. Take care. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, we have a couple of other interviews to play for you, but right now we're going to take a commercial break to recognize our advertisers who are making these videos and this live news coverage possible. Once again, a huge thank you to our advertisers who make all these videos possible and this live coverage around the mountain possible. And now let's get back to those interviews. We'll get to the next one right now. Here we are with Lewis Murray. Lewis, you're with Janice Rutherford's office, right?
That is correct. I'm her district representative, and I represent her in Rim of the World areas and DeVore, among other things.
Perfect. And being a local, we just want you to know how much we appreciate having a local representing us to Janice.
Well, thank you. You know, I really enjoy what I do, and this is my community. I've lived up here a long time. My kids all went to Rim School District. You know, it's important to me to see things go well. And I always say, you know, I represent the supervisor in the community, but I really think my job is to represent the community, the supervisor, because she does rely on my insight and my thoughts and opinions on things. And it's a good relationship, and I enjoy it very much.
Well, as a community, we feel that you have a huge part in the fact that she has her finger on the pulse of the community. A lot of that comes from you being a local and being to express our local issues that we have here to her as she works down the hill, but she's up here a lot too, though.
Yeah, she does come up quite a bit. A lot of times people don't realize how many things she comes up to. But yeah, it's like I said, I enjoy it very much, and I think she does value my I don't know, attendance at all the meetings, talking to people, and I communicate with her regularly. I just sent her a text a couple minutes ago to tell her how great the meeting went. So
fantastic. And speaking of the meeting, let's talk about that. What were your thoughts on the meeting? How did it go?
Well, I thought it went really well. There was a great turnout here. We had, 120 people, a great presentation from the county, and then they answered every question that people had, and there was a lot of great questions. Some of the ones that really got to me, or really I thought were significant, involved school children and the impacts that are happening there. So we as the county are working with the Rim School District to sort that out. I think we'll have that sorted out in a very short period of time. Don't want to make any predictions, but we're trying to get some alternative buses that can maneuver through the detour better and bring the kids to their regular sized buses to get them to school.
Well, that sounds like a fantastic idea, and if that happens anytime soon, I think that will qualify as one of the fastest things we've seen a government agency do as far as turnaround goes.
Yeah, I'm thinking of calling Guinness Book on this one, because we just found out literally, this is what, Wednesday, I think Thursday or Friday of last week, we found out there was a problem with the school kids, and we immediately got a hold of the school district, and they're moving really fast, we're moving really fast. We have to find money to pay for this because there's going to be a cost involved, but the cost doesn't matter because it's about school children and their safety. So it's absolutely a top priority. You've got a lot of people at the county right now scurrying around trying to make this happen as quickly as possible, and it will.
Well, that's fantastic, and like you said, that was one of the hottest topics here tonight, and we're glad that it's being addressed in such a fashion.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna get it done.
Very good. Well, thank you, Louis, for your time, and have a safe trip home. We really appreciate you around the mountain.
And Ray, I gotta say, I love Mountain Reporter. I feel like we have our own live action news all the time. You're doing a great job with that, and you're really, I know you love it, but it's also a big benefit for the community.
Well, you're right. I've been doing it for about 10 years, and I love the community, and I love being able to fill that hole that it's always been there.
Yeah, well, you're doing a great job.
All right, well, thank you very much for your time.
My pleasure.
All right. Okay, we're here with Jeff Rigney. Jeff, what's your position with the county?
I'm the director for the San Bernardino County Special Districts Department, and we are charged with getting this dam completed.
getting this damn job done.
That's exactly right.
Right on. Well, okay, so as far as that goes, this meeting tonight, the community wants to extend a huge thanks to you for taking the time to be here, to participate in this meeting. What were your overall thoughts of how the meeting went?
I thought it was a great meeting. I appreciated the community coming out. I appreciated the straightforward and honest questions. They gave us some things that we need to think about and take back, especially on the detours and some other things that we can fine tune. So I thought it was a good meeting. Positive, some frustration, all that's to be expected. But you know, as Chris said, the moderator, if you will, you know, we're here to be good neighbors. We're here for a short time. You live here. We want to do the best we can for you.
Well, we really appreciate that and just wanted to say thank you very much and get your thoughts on the meeting. And we appreciate you coming up.
Thank you. Have a good night. You too.
So all in all, it was a great meeting. You got to hear from the community. You got to hear statements from the representatives that are working on the dam and the representatives from our county who are organizing the work being done on the dam. A lot of these community issues were addressed. One of the hottest topics tonight was the school buses. The entire extension that goes from 5 Points at Dark Canyon and San Moritz Drive and Lake Gregory Drive, all that right there, all the way into Dark Canyon, all those school bus stops were eliminated, and everybody was told just go to San Moritz parking lot. Well, there was a lot of issues brought up with that, such as it's a longer distance to walk. There's no sidewalks for the kids to walk along. There's parking in the street, and they're very narrow, even if there are no sidewalks. There was a ton of issues brought up, and we could see that there were some great answers given, and the school district is working with the county offices to get that taken care of as fast as possible. As soon as we have information on what's happening with the school buses, we will get that on the website right away. As far as the other issues go, if you have questions, there is a phone number that if you just look down right here in the article, I'll make sure it's there. It's a hotline that you can contact people with your questions in the county and they will get you an answer directly. Until then, we just want to say another huge thank you to the community for supporting us, all of our advertisers, those sponsors who log on to the website and they go to that front page. There's that donate button. Many people have donated. We really appreciate those donations. The entire team does. Helps us with gas and expenses, website fees, and all kinds of stuff. But anyways, you guys have an amazing night. Hopefully got a lot of your questions answered, and we'll talk to you later. This is Raymond Ray with MountainReporter.com.